the New Fortune Theatre, and welcome to our stage reading of William Shakespeare's Hamlet. Thank you so much for joining us on this freezing evening. Before we start, just a little bit of information about this very ambitious venture is part of an even more ambitious venture, which is called the New Fortune Theatre Project, and started 3 years ago with the lofty aim to have stage readings of all of Shakespeare's plays over 5 years. So we are at the beginning of the third year, I believe, and we're getting there. We're doing it. So yes, we will have an interval, which will be approximately 10 minutes, just enough time to stretch your legs and use the bathrooms, which are downstairs over this way for men and upstairs over this way for women. And that's all I need to say. So sit back, relax, keep warm, and enjoy Hamlet.
What? Has this thing appeared again tonight?
I've seen nothing.
Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him, touching this dreaded sight twice seen of us. Therefore, I have entreated him along with us to watch the minutes of this night, that if again this apparition may come, he may approve our eyes and speak to it.
Tush, tush, 'twill not appear.
Sit down a while, and let us once again assail your ears that were so fortified against our story, what we have tonight seen.
Peace! Break off! Look where it comes again.
The same figure like the king that's dead.
Thou art a scholar. Speak to it, Horatio.
Looks he not like the king? Mark it, Horatio.
Most like. It harrows me with fear and wonder.
It would be spoke to.
Speak to it, Horatio.
What art thou that usurpest this time of night, together with that fair and warlike form in which the majesty of very Denmark did sometimes march? By heaven, I charge thee, speak!
It is offended.
See, it stalks away.
Stay! Speak! Speak! I charge thee, speak!
It is gone, and will not answer.
How now, Horatio? You tremble a little pale. Is this not something more than fantasy? What think you on it?
Before my God, I might not disbelieve without the sensible and true avouch of mine own eyes.
Is it not like the king?
As thou art to myself. 'Tis strange.
Thus twice before, and jump at this dead hour with martial stalk hath he gone by our watch.
In what particular thought to work I know not, but in the gross and scope of mine opinion, this bodes some strange eruption to our state. But soft, behold, lo, where it comes again. I'll cross it, though it blast me. Stay, illusion! If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done that may do to thee ease and grace to me, speak to me. Speak of it, stay and speak! Stop it, Marcellus!
It is gone. 'Tis as the air, invulnerable, and our vain words malicious mockery.
It was about to speak when the cock crew.
And then it started like a guilty thing. But look, the morn in russet mantle-clad walks all the dew of yon high eastern hill. Break me the watcher, and by my advice, let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet. For, upon my life, this spirit, dumb to us, will speak to him.
Let's do it, I pray. And I this morning go where we shall find you most convenient.
Though yet at Hamlet our dear brother's death the memory be green, and that it in us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe, yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, have we, as 'twere, with a defeated joy, with mirth in funeral, and dirge in marriage, taken to wife. Nor have we herein barred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone with this affair along. For all our thanks. And now, Laertes, what's the news with you? You told us of some suit. What is it, Laertes?
My dread lord, your leave and favour to return to France, from whence so willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty in your coronation, yet now I must confess that, duty done, my thoughts and wishes bend back again toward France, and bow them to your gracious leave and pardon.
Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius?
Hath my lord wrung from me my slow leave by latest petition, and at last sealed my hard consent. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine, and thy best graces spend it at thy will. But now, my cousin Hamlet, and my son.
A little more than kin and less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy night colour off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever thy veiled lid, seek for thy noble father in the dust. And those just common. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, it is common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam. Nay, it is, I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother, nor customary suits of solemn black, nor windy suspiration of forced breath, no, nor the fruitful river in the eye, nor the dejected haviour of the visage, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief that can denote me truly. These indeed seen, for they are actions that a man might play. I have that within which passes stroke. These but the trappings and the suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father. But you must know your father lost a father, that father lost his, and the survivor bound in filial obligation for some term to do obsequious sorrow. But to persever in obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven. We pray you, think of us as of a father. You are the most immediate to our throne, and with no less nobility of love than that which dearest father bears his son, do I impart toward you. For your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire, and we beseech you to bend and to remain here in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier, cousin, and our son.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee stay with us, go not to Wittenberg.
I shall, in all my best, obey you.
Why, 'tis a fair and loving reply. Be as ourself in Denmark. Madam, come.
that this too sullied flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Oh, that the everlasting would not fix his cannon against self-slaughter. Oh God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seems to me all the uses of this world. Oh, fie on it! Fie. 'Tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed things rank and gross in nature possess it merely. That it should come to this! But 2 months dead, nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king that was to this Hyperion, to a satyr, so loving to my mother that he might not pateen the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth, must I remember? Why should she hang on him, as if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on, and yet within a month? Let me not think of it. Frailty, thy name is woman.
Hail to your lordship.
I am glad to see you well, Horatio. Or I do forget myself.
The same, my lord, and your poor servant Emma.
Sir, my good friend, I'll change that name with you. And what makes you from Wittenberg, Horatio?
A truant disposition, good my lord.
I would not hear your enemy say so. But what is your affair in Elsinore?
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
Prithee, do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral baked meats to coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. That I had met my dearest foe in heaven, and that I had ever seen that day, Horatio. My father. Thinks I did see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
I saw him once. I was a goodly king.
I was a man, taken for all in all. I shall not look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
So who?
My lord, the king, your father.
King, my father.
Season your admiration for a while, with an attent ear, till I may deliver this marvel to
Oh,
you.
for God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together had the gentlemen Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch in the dead waste and middle of the night, been thus encountered. A figure, like your father, armed at point exactly, cap up high, appears before them, and with so much goes slow and stately by them. Thrice he walks by their oppressed and fear-surprised eyes within his truncheon's length, whilst they, distilled almost to jelly with acts of fear, stand dumb and speak not to him. This, to me, in dreadful secrecy, impart they did, and I, with them, the 3rd night, kept the watch, where, as they had delivered, both in time, form of the thing, each word made true and good, that apparition comes. I knew your father, these hands are not more like.
Where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where they watched.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none. Yet once methought it lifted up its head and did address itself to motion like as it would speak. But even then the morning cock grew loud, and at the sound it shrunk in haste away and vanished from our sight.
Very strange.
As I do live, my honoured lord, 'tis true, and I did think it but down in my duty to let you know of it.
Indeed, sir. But this troubles me. Hold they the watch tonight?
They do, my lord.
Armed, say you.
Armed, my lord.
Saw you not his face?
Oh yes, my lord, he bore his beaver up.
He frowned.
Countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
Fixed his eyes upon me.
Most constantly,
Would I have been there?
it would have much against you,
Very lucky, very lucky. Stayed along.
while one with moderate haste might tell 100.
His beard was grizzled. No.
It was, as I have seen in his life, a sable silver.
I will watch tonight. The chance to walk again.
I warrant it will.
That will assume my noble father's person. I'll speak to it through hell itself, should gape, and bid me hold my peace. I pray you that if you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still. And whatsoever else shall hap tonight, give it an understanding but no tongue. I will requite your love. So fare you well. Upon the platform twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you.
My duty to your honor.
Your love is mine to you. Farewell. My father's spirit in arms. All is not well. I doubt some foul play. The night will come. Till then, sit still, my soul. Our deeds will rise, though all the earth overwhelm them to men's eyes.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell, and sister, as the winds give benefit and conveyance assistance, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favour, hold it affection, and a toy in blood, a violet in the youth of priming nature, forward, not lasting, the perfume and supplier to the minute. No more.
No more, but sir.
I think it no more. Then weigh what loss your honour may sustain, if with too credent e'en list is song. Or lose your heart, or your chaste treasure open to his unasked importunity. Fear it, Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection, out of the shot and danger of his desire.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep.
Yes, here, lads, aboard for shame. Why you stayed here for? There. My blessing for thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord.
So, and these few precepts in thy memory. Look thou, Caroline, give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast and their adoption child, grapple them under thy soul with hoops of steel. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. For loan oft loses both self and friend, borrowing bounty heir to husband. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell. My blessing is with you.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord.
The time invests you. Go, your servants away.
Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said.
'Tis in my memory locket, and you yourself shall keep the key to it.
What is it, Ophelia, that he had said to you?
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Marry, well we thought. 'Tis told me he hath of late given private time to you, and you yourself have of your opinions been most free and bountiful. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affections, bah! You speak like a green girl, unsifted in such perilous circumstances. Do you believe these tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Mary, I will teach you. Think yourself a baby. They have taken these tenders to true pay, which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly, or not to crack the wind of the poor phrase, ringing it thus be tenderly of fool. I will not in plain terms from this time forth have you so slander at any moment pleasure as to give words or talk to Lord Hamlet. Look to it. I charge you. Come your ways.
I shall obey.
The air bites shrewdly. It is very cold.
It is a nipping and an eager egg.
What hour now?
I think it lacks 12.
No, it is struck.
Indeed? I heard it not. It then draws near the season wherein the spirit held his wont to walk. What does this mean, my lord?
The king doth wait tonight, takes his rouse, keeps to a sail, and the swaggering upspring reels as he drains his routes of Greenwich down. The kettle drum and trumpet thus ray out, in the triumph of his pledge.
Is it a custom?
Aye, marry is. But to my mind, though I am native here, and in the manner born, it is a custom most more honoured in the breach than he observes.
Look, my lord, it comes.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us! Be thou spirits of help, or goblin damned that comest in such a questionable shape, that I will speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet, King, Father, Royal Dame. Oh, answer me!
It beckons you to go away with it, as if in some impartment did desire to you alone.
What courteous action plays you to a more removed ground, but do not go with it.
No, by no means.
It will not speak, and I will follow it.
Do not, my lord.
What should be the fear? I do not set my life for king's speed, and for my soul, what can it do to that, being a thing immortal as itself? Waves me forth again. I'll follow
You
it.
shall not go, my lord.
Hold off your hands!
Be ruled, you shall not go.
Hate cries out, and makes each petty artery in this body as hardy as the Nemean lion's go. I say away! Go on! I'll follow thee!
Let's follow. It is not fit thus to obey him.
Have after. What issue will this come?
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Heaven will direct it.
Nay, let's follow him.
Whither wilt thou lead me? Speak! We'll go no further.
Mark me!
I will.
My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak! I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge what thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fast and fires, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. List, list, oh list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love.
Oh God!
Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder!
Murder most foul as in the best it is, but this most foul, strange and unnatural.
Kiss me to know it, that I with wings as swift as mediation, or the thoughts of love may sweep to my revenge.
I find thee apt, and duller shouldst thou be than the fat weed that roots itself in ease on Leith Wharf, wouldst thou not stir in this. Now, Hamlet, hear. 'Tis given out that sleeping in my orchard a serpent stung me. So the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rankly abused. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul!
Aye.
My uncle!
That incestuous, that adulterous beast, with witchcraft of his wits, with traitorous gifts, so to seduce one to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. But soft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief let me be. Sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon, upon my secure hour thy uncle stole with juice of cursed Havana in a vial, and in the porches of my ear did pour the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity with blood of man, that As swift as quicksilver, it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body, and with a sudden vigour it doth posset and curd like eager droppings into milk, the thin and wholesome blood. So did it mine, and a most instant tetter barked about, most lazar-like, with vile and loathsome crust, all my smooth body. Thus was I by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off in the blossoms of my sin, no reckoning made, but set to my account with all my imperfections on my head. Oh, horrible! Oh, horrible! Oh, horrible! If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. The glowworm shows the matin to be near, and begins to pale his ineffectual fire. Adieu. 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 Remember me.
You host of heaven. Oh, earth! What else? And shall I couple hell? Oh, fire! Behold, my heart. And you, my sinews, grown up instant old, but bear me stiffly up. Remember me. Yea, from the table of my memory I'll wipe away all trivial fond records, and thy commandment alone shall live within the book and volume of my brain, unmixed with baser matter. Yes, by heaven! Oh, most malicious woman! Oh, villain! Villain! Smiling, damn villain!
My lord! My lord!
Lord Hamlet!
Heaven secure him!
So be it.
How is my noble lord?
What news, my lord?
Wonderful.
Good, my lord, tell it.
No, you will reveal it.
Not I, my lord, by heaven.
Nor I, my lord.
I say then, with heart of man once thinketh, that you will be secret.
I, by heaven, my lord.
Never make known what you will see tonight.
My lord, we will not.
Nay, but swear
In faith, my lord, not I.
Nor I, my lord, in faith.
it on my sword.
We have sworn, my lord, already.
Indeed, upon my sword, indeed.
Swear!
Oui. Sayest thou so? Art thou there, Susan? Come on. You can hear this fellow in the cabinet consent to swear.
Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
Therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. But come. Hear as before, never so help you mercy, how strange or odd summer I bear myself, as I perchance hereafter shall think to need to put an antic disposition on, that you, at such times as seem me, never shall, by any ambiguous giving out, note that you know aught of me. This do swear. So grace and mercy at your most need help you.
Swear!
Rest. Rest, perturbed spirit. So, gentlemen, with all my love I do commend you to you. And what so a poor man as Hamlet is may do to express his love and friendship to you, God willing, shall not lack. Let us go in together and still your fingers on your lips, I pray. Time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right.
What's the matter?
My lord, I have been so upset.
In the name of God.
My lord,
What said he?
He took me by the wrist, and he held me hard. Then he goes to the length of all his arm, and with his other hand, thus, o'er his brow, he falls to such perusal of my face as someone could draw it. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned, he seems to find his way without his eyes. For outdoors he went without their help, and to their last ended their lives on me.
Come, go with me. I will seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent poverty fordoes itself and leads the will to desperate undertakings, as oft as any passions under heaven that does affect our natures. I'm sorry. What? Have you given him hard words of late?
No, my good lord. But as you did command, I did repel his letters and denied his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I am sorry that better he did judgment that I had not quoted. I fear that he did but trifle and mean to wrack thee. Come, we go to the king. This must be known, which, being kept close, might do more grief to hide than hate to utter love.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, that we much did long to see you, the need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something you have heard of Hamlet's transformation, we call it, sith nor the exterior nor the inward man resembles that was. What it should be, more than his father's death, that thus hath put him so much from the understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court some little time, so by your companies to draw him on to pleasures, and to gather so much as from occasion you may glean, whether aught to us unknown afflicts him thus, that opened lies within our remedy.
Both your majesties might, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your dread pleasures more into command than entreaty.
But we both obey, and here give up ourselves to lay our service freely at your feet in the full land.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern, and Rosencrantz.
My lord! My lord, I think what else is spreading of mine horns not to trail a policy so short as it hath yours to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's.
Oh, speak of that. That I do long to hear. He tells me, my dear Gertrude, he hath found the head and source of all your son's
I
distemper.
doubt it is no other but the maid, his father's death, and our hasty marriage.
My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night is night, and time is time. We're nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limb and outward flourishes. I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad call I it, for to define true madness, what is it but to be nothing but else but my mad. But there they go.
What matter with less art?
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he's mad, 'tis true, 'tis pity. But pity 'tis true a foolish fear. Mad let us grant him then, and now remains that we find the cause of the defect, or rather, the cause of this defect. But this defect that comes by cause, thus it remains, and the remainder does. Perfection. I have a daughter, and while she is mine, giving me this. Now go and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the moon's beautified Ophelia. That's a beautiful phrase, a beautified, it's a vile phrase, but you shall hear. Thus, in her excellent white bosom, these, etc.
Came this from Hamlet to her.
Good man, say a while, I will be faithful. Doubt thou the stars of fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. O dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers, I have not art to reckon my groans, but that I love thee best, O most best, believe it, adieu. Thine evermore, most dear lady, whilst the machine is to him, Hamlet. This in obedience hath my daughter shown me, and more above hath her solicitings, as they fell out by time, by means, and place, all given to mine ear.
But how hath she received his love?
I did go round to work, and my young mistress, thus I did bespeak. Lord Hamlet is a prince out of thy star. This must not be. And then precept gave her. That she should lock herself from him result, admit no messages, receive no tokens, which done, she took the fruits of my advice, and he, repelled, a short tale to make, fell into a sadness, then into a fast, thence to a watch, thence into a weakness, thence to lightness, and by this convention, into the madness wherein he now raves, and we all mourn for.
Do you think it is this?
Maybe, very nice.
How may we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks 4 hours together, here in the lobby.
Yes, indeed.
At such time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I, behind the arras then, mark the encounter. If he love her not, and not be from reason, fall alone. Let me be no assistant for a state, but keep a fine count.
We will try it.
When Santa the chorus was reading.
Away I do beseech you, both away. Also, all present. Oh. Give me leave. How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Well, God mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent well. You are a fishmonger.
No, I, my lord.
Oh, then I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord?
Aye, sir. To be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
It's very true, my lord.
For if the sun breeds maggots in a dead dog, be a good kissing carrion. Have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not look in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but as your daughter may conceive, friend, put it to it.
How say you, my lad? Still harping on my daughter. Yet he knew me not at first. He said I was a fishmonger. He is vile. And truly in my youth, I suffered much extremity for love very near this. I'll speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words. Words. Words.
Though this be a madness, yet there is method in it. I will leave him, and suddenly contrive the means of meeting between him and my daughter. My lord, I will take leave of you.
You cannot take anything from me, but I would more willingly pardon all, except my life. Except my life. Except my life.
Very well, my lord.
These tedious old fools.
My lord!
My most dear lord.
My excellent friends. How dost thou feel, good sir? Rosencrantz. Good lads, how do you vote?
As the indifferent children of the earth,
Happy in that we are not over happy. On fortune's cap, we are not the very button.
Nor the soles of her shoe.
neither my lord.
What have you, good friends, deserved at the hands of fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord.
Denmark's a prison.
Then is the world, my lord.
A goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons. Denmark being one of the worst.
We think not so, my lord.
Why then, is none to you. For there is nothing either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison.
Why then your ambition makes it one. 'Tis too narrow for your mind.
Oh God, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space. But what in the big way of friendship? What made you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord. No other occasion.
You not sent for? Come, deal justly with me.
What should we say, my lord?
Anything but to the purpose. I know the good king and queen have sent for you.
To what end, my lord?
That you must teach me. Be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no.
What say you?
Nay, then I'll have an eye of you. If you love me, hold not off.
My lord, we were sent for.
I will tell you why. So shall my anticipation prevent your discovery, and your secrecy to the king and queen molt no effect. I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgotten all customs of exercise. Indeed, it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This most excellent firmament, this majestical roof, fretted with golden fire, why it appeareth nothing to me but a foul and pestilent congregation of vapours. What a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculties, in form and moving, how express and admirable in action, how like an angel in apprehension, how like a god! The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. And yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me, nor woman neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you laugh then, when I said, man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you. We conquered them on the way, and hither are they coming to offer you service, those who will want to take such delight in, the tragedians of the city.
There are the players.
Gentlemen, you're welcome to Elsinore. Your hands, come. The advertisements of welcome is fashion and ceremony. You are welcome, my uncle, father, and aunt mother of the city.
In what, my dear lord?
I am but mad northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
Well be with you, my lord.
I will prophesy. He comes to tell me of the players, market. You say right, sir, a Monday morning. What's then?
My lord, I have news to tell you. The actors come hither, my lord.
Buzz! You are welcome, masters, welcome all. I am glad to see thee well. Masters, you are welcome. We'll eat into it like the French falconers fly at anything we see. We'll have a speech state straight. Come, give us a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech.
What speech, my good lord?
I heard thee speak to me a speech once. 'Twas Aeneas' tale to Dido, and thereabout of it especially, when he speaks of Priam's slaughter. If it live in your memory, begin at this line. Let me see. The rugged Pyrrhus, he whose sable arms, black as his purse, did the knight resemble when he lay couched in yon's horse. Now his red and black complexion smeared with heraldry more dismal, head to foot. Now his total ghouls, horribly tricked, with blood of fathers, mothers, daughters, sons, with eyes like carbuncles, the hellish Pyrrhus, old grandsire Priam seeks. So proceed.
For God, my lord, well spoken. with good accent and good discretion.
Anon he finds him striking too short at Greeks. His antique sword, rebellious to his arm, lies where it falls, repugnant to command. Unequal matched, Pyrrhus at Priam drives. Enraged strikes wide, but with the whiff and wind of his fell sword, the unnerved father falls. After Pyrrhus' pause, aroused vengeance sets him new work. And never did the Cyclops hammer fall on Mars' armor forged for proof etern, with less remorse than Pyrrhus' pleading sword now falls on Priam.
Stay on, Hecuba.
But if the gods themselves could see her then, when she saw Pyrrhus make a malicious sport in mincing with his sword her husband's limbs, unless things mortal moved them, not at all, would have made milch the burning eyes of heaven and passion in the gods.
Look where he has not turned his colour, and there's tears in his eyes. Oh, really, no more.
As well. Good, my lord. When you see the players well bestowed, do you hear? Let them be well used. They are abstract and brief chronicles of the time. You're dead. You were better have a bad appetite than a bear ill report while you live. Follow, you friends. We'll hear a play tomorrow. Dost thou hear me, old friend?
I'm not.
Can you play The Murder of Gonzaga? Had tomorrow night. You could for me study a speech in some dozen lines or 16 lines, which I would set down and insert in it. Could you not?
I'm a lord.
Very well. Follow that lord, and look you, mock him not. My good friends, I'll leave you till night. You are welcome to Elsa. Goodbye, lord. Aye. So, goodbye to you. Now I am alone. Rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit that from her working all the visage wand, tears in his eyes, distraction in his aspect, a broken voice, and his whole function suiting with forms to his conceit, and all for nothing. For Hecuba. What's Hecuba to him? Or he to Hecuba, that he should weep for her? What would he do had he the motive and the cue for passion that I have? He would drown the stage with tears and cleave the general ear with horrid speech, make mad the guilty and appall the free, confound the ignorant and amaze indeed the very faculties of eyes and ears. Yet I, a dull and muddy-mettled rascal, peep like John of Dreams, unpregnant of my cause, and say nothing, no, not for a king upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Who calls me villain, breaks my patercross, plucks off my beard and blows it in my face, tweaks me by the nose, gives me the lie in the throat as deep as to the lungs? Who does me this? Swoons. I should take it, for it cannot be that I am pigeon-livered and lack gall to make oppression bitter. Or ere this I should have fattened all the region kites with this slave's offal. Bloody, forwarding villain! Remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain! Ah, vengeance! Why, what an ass am I! This is most brave, that I, the son of a dear father murdered, prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must like a whore unpack my heart with words and fall a-cursing like a very crab, a scullion. Oh, fie upon it. Oh. About my brain. I have heard the guilty creatures sitting at play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been struck, so that the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions for murder though it have no tongue, speak most miraculous word. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father for mine uncle. Observe his voice, tend him to the quick. If I do blench, I know my course. The spirit that I have seen may be a devil, and the devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape, yea, and perhaps out of my weakness and my melancholy abuses me to damn me. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
And can you by no drift of conference get from him why he puts on this confusion, breaking so harshly all his days of quiet with turbulent and dangerous lunacy?
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause I will by no means speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof, when we would bring him onto some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a German.
But with much forcing of his disposition.
Did you essay him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we overwrought on the way, of these we told you, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are here about the court, and as I think, they have already ordered this night to play for him.
'Tis most true. And he beseech me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him further edge, and drive his purpose into these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he, as 'twere by accident, may hear affront Ophelia.
Shall I obey you? For your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again. God's good honours.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, look here. Gracious so please you. We will serve ourselves. Read on this. I hear him come. Withdraw, my lord.
To be or not to be? That is the question. And it is nobler than the mind to suffer the slings and arrows and outrageous fortune, to take arms against a sea of troubles. By opposing enemy. To die, to sleep no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, sleep, perchance to dream. There's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. And there's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pains of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns the patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietest make, with a bare bodkin would fardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life. But that the dread of something after death, that undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, makes us rather bear those ills we have, than to fly to others that we know not of. Consciousness makes cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment, with this regard, their currents turn awry. and lose the name of action. It's off you now. The fair Ophelia, live in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honour for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My honoured lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you water.
My honoured lord, you know right well you did.
Are you honest?
My lord,
Are you fair?
what means your lordship?
I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nun. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent honest, and yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. We are arrant knaves, believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery! To a nunnery! Go! And quickly do! Farewell!
We can't restore him.
Go to! I'll no more on it than has made me mad. I say we will have no more marriage. Those who are married already, all but one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery! Go!
Oh, what a noble mind is here all through. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, the expectation and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion and the mould of thought, the observed of all observers, quite down. And I, O ladies, most dejected and wretched, that such the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled out of time and harsh, that were unmatched form and stature of blown youth blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me to see what I have seen, see what I see.
Love, his affections do not that way tend, nor what he spake was not like madness. There's something in his soul, o'er which his melancholy sits on brood, and I do doubt the hatchet disclosed will be some danger, which, for to prevent, I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall with speed to England, for the demand vowed him the tribute.
It shall do well, but yet do I believe the origin and commencement of its grief sprung from neglected love. Now, you need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please. To England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall be.
Shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounce it to you, trippingly on the tongue, to the action to the word to the action, this special observance, that you all set not the modesty of nature, for anything so or done is for the purpose of plain, whose end, both at the first and now, was as and is, to hold as 'twere a mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the times, form and pressure. Now, so overdone, or come tardy off. How now, my lord? Will the king hear this piece of work?
And the queen too, and prison.
Go, make you ready. Bid the players make haste. What ho, Horatio?
Yes, sweet lord, at your service.
There is a play tonight for the king. One scene of it, is the other circumstance which I have told thee of my father's death. I prithee, when thou seest the act afoot, even with the very comment of thy soul, observe my own. If it is a cult of guilt, do not unkennel in one speech. It is a damned ghost that we have seen. My imaginations are as foul as Vulcan's sin. With a youthful note, mine eyes are riveted to this face, and after we will both our judgments join in censure of the sin.
Well, my lord, if you steal all the while this is playing and escape detecting, I will pay the theft.
They are coming to the play. I must guide them. Get to your place.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent, Thane. Be the players ready?
Aye, my lord. They are staying upon your patience.
I'm here, Hamlet. That's my name.
No, mother. It is metal more attractive. Lady, shall I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
I mean, my telephone.
My lord?
You think I meant to punch matters?
Think nothing, my lord.
There's a first thought to lie between a lady's legs.
Not his, my lord.
Nothing.
For us and for our tragedy, here's stooping to your clemency. We beg your hearing patiently.
Is this a prologue or the prosy of a
It
reason?
is brief, my lord.
Means love.
Full 30 times hath Phoebus's cart gone round Neptune's salt wash, and Tellus' orb to ground. And 30 dozen moons with borrowed sheen about the world have times 12 30s been. Since love, our hearts and hymen did our hands unite communal in most sacred bands.
So many journeys may the sun and moon make us again count or ere love be done. But woe is me, you are sick of late, so far from cheer and from your former state.
Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My operant powers their functions leave to do, and thou shalt live in this fair world behind, honoured, beloved, and happily one is kind, for husband shalt thou.
Oh, confound the rest! Such love must needs be treason in my breast. In second husband, let me be accursed. None wed the second, but who killed the first.
And that's wormwood.
In the instances the second marriage wooed are base respects of proof, but not of love. The second time I killed my husband dead, and second husband kissed me in bed.
I do believe you think what now you speak, but what we do determine oft we break.
Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife. If once I be a widow, ever I be wife.
You should break now.
'Tis deeply sworn, sweet. Leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull, and fain would beguile the tedious day with sleep.
Sleep rock thy brain, and never come mischance between us twain.
Madam, how likely this way?
The lady that protests too much, methinks.
Ah, but she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the argument? Is there no offence in it?
Oh, no, that is but jest. And poison in jest. No offence in the world.
What do you call the play?
The mouse trap. It is a knavish piece of work, but what of that? Your Majesty, and we that have free souls, touches us not. But the gold jade witch, our withers are unknown. This one is Lucianus, a nephew to the king.
Falls black, hands out, and time king. Confederate season, else no creature seen. Thou mixture rank of midnight weeds collected, with Hecate's band thrice blasted, thrice infected, by natural magic and dire property, unwholesome life, serves immediately.
Poisons him in the garden for his estate. His name's Gonzaga. You should see him on how the murderer gets the love of Gonzaga's wife.
Rises! How fares my lord?
Get out of the play! Give me some light! Away! Lights! Lights!
Good Horatio. I'll take a ghost's word for £1,000. Didst receive?
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of poison.
I did very well note it.
Good my lord, vouchsafe a word with you.
Sir, a whole history.
The king, sir,
Aye, sir, what of
is in retirement, marvellous, distempered. The queen, your mother, is in most great affliction of spirit, has sent me to you.
She says your behaviour hath struck her into amazement and admiration.
me? Wonderful son. It can so astonish a mother. But is there no sequel at the heels of his mother's admiration? Impart.
She desires to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed.
We shall obey. Was she 10 times our mother? Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you once did love
And do still, by these pickers and stealers.
me. Good my lord, what is the cause of your distemper? You do surely bar the door upon your own liberty if you deny your grace to your friend.
Ah, the recorder! Let me see it. Why do you go about to recover the wind with me, as you would drive me into a toil?
Oh, my lord, if my duty be too bold, my love is too unmanly.
I do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe?
My lord, I cannot.
I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
I do beseech you, it is as easy as lying. Look you, these are the stops.
But these cannot I command to any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill.
I look you now. How unworthy a thing you made. You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. And there is much music, excellent voice in this little organ, yet you cannot make it speak. Oh, it's blood. Do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will, though you threat me, yet you cannot play upon me. God bless you, sir.
My lord, the queen would speak with you, and presently.
You see yonder cloud that's almost in the shape of a camel.
By the mass, and just like a camel indeed.
He thinks it is like a weasel.
It is that like a weasel.
Oh, like a whale.
Very like a whale.
Then I will come to my mother by and by. They fool me to the top of my bed. I will come by and by.
I will say so.
Leave me, friends. Now the very witchy time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion to the world. Now could I drink hot blood and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look on. Soft. Now to my mother, let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none.
I like him not, nor stands it safe with us to let his madness range. Therefore prepare you. I your commission will forthwith dispatch, and he to England shall along with you.
Most holy and religious fear it is to keep those many bodies safe that live and feed upon your majesty.
Arm you, I pray you, to the speedy voyage, for we will fetters put upon this fear, which now goes too free-footed.
We will haste us.
My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. I'll warrant she'll tax him home. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed. Tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my offence is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primest, eldest curse upon't. A brother's murder. Pray I cannot, though inclination be as sharp as will. My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. My fault is past, but oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. That cannot be, since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offence? Try what repentance can. What can it not? Yet what can it when one cannot repent? O wretched state! O bosom black as death! O lion soul that's struggling to be free, up more engaged! Help, angels! Make a say! Bow, stubborn knees, and with stringed heart with strings of steel, be soft as sinews as the newborn babe. All will be well.
Now might I take a pat. Now here's a praying. Now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven. And so I am revenged. That would be scant. A villain killed my father, and perhaps I, his sole son, through this same villain sent to heaven. This is higher than salary, not revenge. No. Up sword, no, thou art more horrid, when he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed. Then trip him that his heels may kick at heaven, and that his soul may be as damned and black as hell whereto it goes. My mother's face, his physic but prolongs like sickly days.
My words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
He will come straight. Look you lay home. Pray you be round.
Mother! Mother!
Do I hear him coming?
Now, Mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you, my father, much offended.
How come you answer with an idle tongue?
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
How now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rouge, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife. Would you were not so, you were my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, let's sit you down. Shall not budge till I set you up at last, that you may see the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me! Help! Help!
What no? Help! Help! Help!
Come now, rat! Dead for a ducat! Dead!
I'm slain!
What hast thou done?
I know not. Is it the king?
What a Russian bloody king is this?
Oh, a bloody deed, almost as bad, his mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
Let's kill a king!
My language was my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool. Farewell. So be for thy death. Take thy fortune. Leave wringing of your hands. Peace. Sit you down. And let me wring your heart. For so I shall, if the maid of impenetrable stuff.
What have I done that thou darest wag thy
blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love, and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as false as dice as oaths. Look here on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what a grace was seated on this brow, a combination and a form indeed where every god did seem to set his seal, to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? You cannot call it love, for at your age the heyday of the blood is tame. It's humble and waits upon judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this?
Speak no more! Thou turns my eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grey spots as will not leave their teeth.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an seamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sty.
And speak to me no more. These words like daggers enter in mine ears, the more sweet.
Murderer. Save me, and hover me with your wings to heavenly gods. What would you, gracious figure?
This is man.
Do not come to your tardy son's chide that lapsed in time and passion. Let's go by the important acting of your dread command. Oh, say!
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, step between her and her fighting soul. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it with you, lady?
How is with you, that you do bend your eye on vacancy, within choral edges hold its force? To whom do you speak, sir?
Did you see nothing there?
Nothing at all, yet all that is I see.
Did you nothing here?
Nothing but ourselves.
Oh, why, look you there, look how he steals away. My father, in his habit as he lived. Look where he goes, even now, at the portal.
This is the very coinage of your praise.
It is not madness, mother. For love of grace, lay not a flattering unction to your soul, that not your trespass, but my madness speaks. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past, avoid what is to come. And do not spread the compost or the weeds to make them rank.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Throw away the worst part of it, and live the purer with the other heart. Good night. Go not to my uncle's bed. Assume a virtue if you have it not. Good night. For this same Lord, I do repent. And will bestow him, and will answer well the death I gave him. So again, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus, bad begins, and worse remains behind.
Frigvater.
Is there nothing like? Is this just sails in the fire lands of the sea? I'm just a poor boy.
Good Lord, what have I seen tonight?
What, Gertrude, how does Hamlet?
Mad as the sea and wind, when both contend which is mightier. In his lawless fit, behind the arras, hearing something stir, he whips his rapier out and cries, "A rat! A rat!" And in his brainish apprehension kills the unseen good old man.
heavy deed. It had been so with us had we been there. His liberty is full of threats to all, to you yourself, to us, to everyone. The sun shall no sooner the mountains touch, but we will shoot him hence, and this vile deed we must with all our majesty and skill both countenance and excuse. Ho, Guildenstern! Friends both, go join you with some further aid. Hamlet in madness hath Polonius slain, and from his mother's closet hath he dragged him. Go seek him out, speak fair, and bring the body into the chapel. I pray you, hasten this. Come, Gertrude, we'll call up our wisest friends to let them know both what we mean to do and what's untimely done. Oh, come away. My soul is full of discord and dismay.
Safely stowed.
Hamlet, Lord Hamlet.
What's that noise? Who calls on Hamlet? Here they come.
What have you done, my lord, with the dead body?
Hamlet it with dust went to skin.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is, and go with us to the king.
The body is with the king. The king is not with the body. The king is a thing.
A thing, my lord?
Nothing. Bring me to.
How dangerous is it that this man goes loose?
Where the dead body is bestowed, my lord, we cannot get from him.
But where is he?
Without, my lord, guard it to know your pleasure.
Bring him before us.
Ho! Bring the lord.
Now, Hamlet, where's Polonius?
At supper.
At supper? Where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. Certain convocation of politic worms are enacted. The worm is your only emperor for diet. We fat all creatures who fat us, and we fat ourselves for maggots. Your fat king and your lean beggar is but variable service. 2 dishes, but to 1 table. That's the end.
Alas, alas.
Man may fish with the worm that hath eat of the king, and eat the fish that hath fed the worm.
What dost thou mean by this?
Nothing, but to show you how a king may go of progress with the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven. And do this. If your messengers find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But if indeed you find him not within this month, you shall notice him as you go upstairs to the lobby.
Go seek him there.
I will stay till you come.
Hamlet, this deed, for thine especial safety, which we do tender as we dearly grieve for that which thou hast done, must send thee hence with fiery goodness. Therefore prepare thyself. The bark is ready and the winded help. The associates tend, and everything is bent for England.
For England.
Aye, Hamlet.
Good. Farewell, dear mother.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
My mother. Father and mother is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh. So, my mother. Come! For England!
Follow him at foot. Tempt him with speed aboard. Delay it not, I'll have him hence tonight with speed. And England, if thou my love holds at aught, since yet thy cicatrice looks raw and red after the Danish sword, and thy free oar pays homage to us, thou must not coldly set our sovereign process, which imports at full, by letters congruing to that effect, the present death of Hamlet. Do it, England, for like the hectic in my blood rages, and thou must cure me, till I know 'tis done, howe'er my haps, my joys were ne'er begun. How do you, pretty lady?
Well, not build you! Let me say, the background of the baby's water. Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. God be at your table.
We're up to here and you're on here. Oh shit, so listen off.
Seek upon her father. How long has she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient, but I cannot choose but weep to think they would lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know of it. So I thank you for your good counsel. Come! My coach! Good night, ladies! Good night! Sweet ladies, good night! Good night, Sir Tom! Good night!
Follow her close, give her good watch. Oh, this is the poison of deep grief. It springs all from her father's death, and now behold, her brother is in secret come from France, feeds on this wonder, keeps himself in clouds, and wants not buzzers to infect his ear with pestilent speeches of his father's death. Attend! Where are my Swissers? Let them guard the door!
Oh, thou wild king, give me my father! That drop of blood! This clown proclaims me bastard!
What is the cause, Laertes, that thy rebellion looks so giant-like?
Where is my father?
Dead.
But not by him.
How came he dead? I'll not be juggled with! To hell! Allegiance vows to the blackest devil! Conscience and grace to the profoundest pit. I dare damnation. To this point I stand. Let come what comes, only I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father.
Good Laertes, if you desire to know the certainty of the death of your father, it is written in your revenge that swoopstake will draw both friend and foe, winner and loser,
None but his enemies.
that I am guiltless of your father's death and am most sensibly in grief for it. It shall as level to your judgment pair as day does to your eye.
How now? What is that noise? Heat. Dry up my brains. Tears 7 times salt. Burn out the sense and virtue of mine eye. Dear maid, kind sister, sweet dear. Oh heavens, is it possible? The young maid's wit should be as mortal as an old man's life.
There's Rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray you, love. Remember them. And there's pansies. That's for thoughts. There's fennel for you. And columbine. There's room for you. And some for me. We may call it her grace Sundays. Oh, you must wear your room with a difference. Oh, there's a daisy. I would give you some violets. They withered all when my father died. They say he made it with it. Oh, my sweet Robin is all my joy, and will not come again. No, he is dead, though to thy deathbed he will never come again. And modeling, for Lord and your feet, for dead and pure and so gone now. He is gone, cast away his bow. God mercy on his soul.
See this?
Oh God!
Laertes, I must commune with your grief, or you deny me right. But go apart, make choice of whom your wisest friends you will, and they shall hear and judge twixt you and me, and where the fence is, let the great axe fall. I I pray you go with me.
What are they that would speak with me?
Seafaring men, sir. They say they have letters for you.
Let them come in. I do not know from what part of the world I shall be greeted, if not by Lord Hamlet.
Bonsoir, monsieur. There's a letter for you, sir. Your name be Harasha. Well, as I name, let you know it is.
Horatio, when thou shalt have overlooked this, give these fellows some means to the king. They have letters for him. Ere we were 2 days old at sea, a pirate of very warlike appointment gave us chase. We put on a compelled ballad, and in the grapple I boarded them. On the instant they got clear of the ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy. Let the kings have the letters I have sent, and repair thou to me with as much speed as thou wouldst lie dead. These good fellows will bring thee where I am. Farewell, he that thou knowest thine, Hamlet. Come, I will give you way to these your letters, and do it the speedier that you may direct me to him through whom you brought them.
Now must your conscience and my acquaintance seal, and you must put me in your heart as friend. Sith you have heard, and with a knowing ear, that he which your noble father slain pursued my life,
Well appears. And so I have a noble father lost, a sister driven into desperate turns, whose worth to challenger of all the age to her perfections. But my revenge will come.
break not your sleeps for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff so fat and dull that we can let our beard be shook with danger and think it pastime. You shortly shall hear more. How now, what news?
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, this to the queen.
From Hamlet? Who brought them?
Sailors, my lord, they say. I saw them not.
Laertes, you shall hear them. Leave us. High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon, thereunto recount the occasions of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet, what should this mean? Are all the rest come back? Or is it some abuse of no such thing?
Know you the hand?
'Tis Hamlet's character. Naked. And in a postscript here he says, alone. Can you advise me?
I'm lost in it, my lord, but let him come. It warms the very sickness of my heart that I should live and tell him to his teeth. Thus didst thou.
If it be so, Laertes, and how should it be so, how otherwise? Will you be ruled by me?
If you'll not overrule me to a peace,
To thine own peace. If he be now returned, I will work him to an exploit now ripe in my device, under the which he shall not choose but fail, and for his death no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge the practice and call it accident. Some months since, here was a gentleman of Normandy,
upon my life, Le Lord,
the very same. He gave you such a masterly report for art and exercising your defence, and for your rapier most especially, that he cried out, "'Twould be a sight indeed if one could match you, sir." This report of his did Hamlet so endain with his envy that he could do nothing but wish and beg your sudden coming on to play with him. Now out of this, Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son indeed, more than in words?
to cut his throat in the church.
Revenge should have no bounds. But, good Laertes, will you do this? Keep close within your chamber. Hamlet returned shall know you are come home. will put on those shall praise your excellence the Frenchman gave you, bring you in fine together, and wager on your heads. He, being remiss, most generous and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils, so that with ease or with little shuffling you may choose a sword unbaited, and in a passive practice requite him for your father.
I'll do it. And for that purpose, I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction of a mountebank, so mortal that, but dip a knife in it, where it draws blood, no cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples that have virtue under the moon, can save the thing from death if it's scratched with it. I'll touch my point with this contagion, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
Let's further think of this. Weigh what convenience both of time and means may fit us to our shape. If this should fail, this project should have a back or second. I hat. When in your motion you are hot and dry, and he calls for drink, I'll have prepared him a chalice for the nonce, whereon, but sipping, if he by chance escape your venom stuck, our purpose may hold there. How now, sweet queen?
One more that tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow. Your sister's travel lands.
Drown? Oh, where?
There is also grows a scanted brook that shows his hoary leaves in the grassy stream. Therewith, fantastic garlands did she make. Cornflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. There on the pendant boughs, a crown of weeds clambering to hang. An envious sliver broke. When down her weak trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide. Mermaid like the while they bore her up. Which time she chanted snatches of old clouds, as one incapable of her own distress. Like a creature, native and endued unto that element, but long could not be. That her garments, heavy with their drink, called the poor wretch from her melodious maid. To muddy death.
Alas, and she is drowned?
Drowned.
Too much of water has thou poured thee, and therefore I forbid my tears, but yet it is our trick. Nature her custom holds. The woman will be out. Adieu, my lord.
Let's follow Gertrude. How much I had to do to calm his rage. Now I fear this will give it start again. Therefore, let's follow.
Silence, go,
the coroner hath sat on it and finds Christian burial.
How can that be unless she's drowned herself in her own defence? Yeah.
Why, 'tis found so.
But is it the law?
Aye, marry, it's coroner's quest law.
Well, you have it then. If this had been not a gentlewoman, she should have been buried out a Christian burial.
Why, there thou sayest.
I've got another question today. If thou askest me to this purpose, confess thyself.
Go to.
What is he that builds so stronger than either the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter? To it.
Mass, I cannot tell.
Cudgel thy brains no more about it, for when your dull ass will not mend his face with beaten, and when you are asked this question next, say, a grave maker. The houses that he makes last till doomsday. Go on, fetch me a stoup of liquor. And youth, when I did love, methought it was very sweet to contract the time from my behove. Methought there was nothing I made.
Does this fellow no feeling of business that it seems a grave man?
Custom hath made it in him a proprietary of easiness.
And so, hand over to employment, the day to ascends.
My age, with his stealing steps, have caught me in his clutch, and have shipped me into this land as I have never been touched.
My skull had a tongue you should see once. Unmade, jousted to the ground as to a painful jawbone to the first murder. Or a courtier, which could say, good morrow, good lord. How dost thou, good lord? Now my lady worms chapless, and knocked about the matter, sets and spade. Why not that might be the skull of a lawyer? Where be his quiddits now, his quillets, his cases, his tenure, and his tricks? Or why does he suffer this rude knave now to knock him about the stumps with a dirty shovel, and will not tell him of his action of battery? I will speak to this fellow. How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rots?
Oh, if faith you're not rotten before you die, you may have some porky corpses nowadays. You last some 8 or 9 years. Here's a skull now. This skull have lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
A horse and mad fellow it was. Whose do you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
Pestilence him for a mad rogue, he poured a flagon of relish on my head once. This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This?
Aye, even in.
Let me see. Lass, or York, I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now, how abhorrent my imagination is. Gorge rises at it. You have hung these lips that I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your gibes now? Your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
So I think Alexander looked this fashion in the earth.
Even so?
It smelt so. Whoa.
Even so, my lord.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio? May not imagination trace the noble dust of Alexander till I find it popping up on?
Were considered too curiously to consider so.
No, not a jot. but to follow him with modesty enough, and the likelihood to lead it as thus. Alexander died, and Alexander was buried. Alexander returneth unto dust, the dust is earth, of earth we make loam, and why that loam, whereto he was converted, might they not stop a beer barrel? Imperial Caesar, dead, and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. But soft a while. Desperate hand for her own life. And it was of some state, couched to a while when market.
Sweets to the sweet. Farewell. I hope thou should have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought they'd ride better to have dead, sweet maid, and not to have strewn thy grave.
What? Fair Ophelia?
Oh, treble woe. Fall 10 times treble on that cursed head, whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth, O heaven, till I have caught her once more in mine arms.
Who is he whose grief bears such an emphasis, whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars and makes them stand like wonder-wounded hearers? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
Devil, take your soul!
Thou prayest not well. I prithee take thy fingers from my throat.
Pluck them asunder.
Hamlet! Good man, be quiet.
I love Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my son. Dost thou come here for wine? To outface me with leaping into her grave? Be buried quick with her. And so will I.
This is mere madness, and thus a while the fit will work on him, and not as patient as a female, though his silence will sit drooping.
You, sir, what is the reason you use me thus? I loved you ever, but it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his day.
I pray you, good Horatio, wait on him. Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech. We'll put the matter to the present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch upon your son. This grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shortly we shall see. Till then, in patience, our proceeding be.
So much for this, sir. Let me see the other. Do you remember all the circumstances?
Remember it, my lord.
So in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. In thoughts I lay worse than the minutes in the billows. Rashly, and praise be rashness for it. Let us know our indiscretion sometimes serves us well, when our dear plots do power, and that should teach us there's a divinity that shapes our ends. Rough hew them how we would.
That is most certain.
from my cabin, my sea gown scarfed about me in the dark, groped I to find Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, think of their pact, and in fine withdrew to mine own room again, and he so bold my fears forgetting manners, to unseal their grand commission, where I found their shield, royal knavery, an exact command that on the supervised, no leisure baited, my head should be struck off.
It's possible.
Here's the commission. Read it at your leisure. But wilt thou hear me how I proceed?
How? I beseech you.
Being thus vented round with enemies, I set me down, devised a new commission, an honest conjuration from the king, that on view and known of these contents, without debatement, further more or less, he should the bearers put to sudden death. No shrimping time allowed.
How was this sealed?
Why, even in that was heaven ornaments. I had my father's signet in my purse, which was the model of that changed seal. Folded it up in the form of the other, subscribed it, gave the impression, placed it safely, the changeling never known. The next day was our sea fight, and what to this was sequent, thou knowest already.
So Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to it.
They did make love to themselves like employments. They are not near my conscience. Their defeat doth by their own insinuation grow.
Why, what a king is this?
Does not think as thee stand me upon he that killed my king and whored my mother, popped in between the election and my hopes, thrown out the angle from my proper life, and with such cosmage, it's not in perfect conscience to quit him with this arm. And it is not to be dared to let this canker of our nature come in further.
It must be shortly known to him from England. What is the issue of the business then?
It will be short. The interim's mine. A man's life no more than to save one. I am very sorry for the ratio. To Laertes I forgot myself. By the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his. Count his favours. Sure. The bravery of his grief did me into a terrible passion.
Peace, who comes here?
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
You will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit.
My lord, his majesty bade to signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, you are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is at his weapon. The king, sir, hath laid, sir, that in a dozen passes between you and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath on it 12 for 9, and would come to immediate trial if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
Sir, I will walk here in the hall. If it please his majesty, 'tis the breathing time of day for me. Let the foils be bought, gentlemen willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him if I can. If not, gain nothing but my shame, and not his.
Shall I redeliver your even sir?
To this effect, sir, after what flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours.
You will lose the wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went into France, I have been in continual practice. I shall win at the odds. But thou must not think how ill all's here about my heart. But it is no matter.
Nay, good, my lord. If your mind is like anything, obey it. I will forestall their repair hither and say you are not fit.
To wit, defy the Lord. Special providence in the fall of the sparrow. If it be now, it is not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, it will come. The readiness is all.
Come, Hamlet. Come and take this hand from me.
Give me your pardon, sir. I've done you wrong. But Parliament, as you are a gentleman, his presence knows that he must needs have heard how I have punished with sword distraction. What I have done might be your nature, honour, and exception roughly awake. I here proclaim was madness. Was it Hamlet wronged Laertes? Never Hamlet. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaiming come from a purpose evil, freely so far in the most generous thoughts that I have shot mine arrow over the house and hurt my brother.
I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. But in terms of honor, I stand aloof. I do receive your offered love like love. You will not wrong
To embrace it freely. And with this brother's wager, frankly play. Give us the foils, come on.
Count one for me.
After your foil Laertes. In mine ignorance, your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, see fiery off indeed.
You mock me, sir.
No, by this hand.
Give them the foils, Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my lord. Your grace hath laid the odds to the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I have seen you both, but since he is bettered, we have therefore odds. Set me the stoops of wine upon that table. If Hamlet give the first or second hit, or quit in answer of the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire. The king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath, and in the cup an union shall he throw, richer than that which 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have worn. Give me the cups, and let the kettle to the trumpet speak. Now the king drinks to Hamlet. Come, begin. And you, the judges, bear a wary eye.
Come on, sir. Come, my lord.
One! No!
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Well, again, give me drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Here's to thy health. Give him the cup.
I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come on. Another hit? What say you?
A touch, I didn't get there.
Our son shall win.
That is scant breath. May Hamlet take my napkin, rub my brows. The queen carouses to my fortune.
Good man.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is the poisoned cup. It is too late.
I dare not drink yet, madam. Bye.
I'm looking my poor face.
My lord, I'll hit him now. I do not think. Yet, it's almost against my conscience.
Come, to the third Laertes. You medallion. I pray you pass with your best violence. I am feared you make wanton of me.
Saying so. Come on.
Nothing neither way.
How about you?
Pop them, they are
How is it, my lord?
How does the queen?
How is Laertes?
Why, as a woodcock to mine own springs, Sir Osric, I am justly killed with my own treachery.
How does the queen?
She swoons to see them bleed.
The drink.
No medicine in the world can do thee good. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unabated and envenomed. The foul practice hath turned itself on me. Lo,